Alright guys, welcome back to the 122nd episode of this review series where I review everything in Fortnite Save the World. For this episode, I'm going to be doing a review on Fragment, Flurry, Jess. And what her commander perk is Fragment Generation Plus. Every 13 eliminations, gain 1 charge fragment. And firstly, let's go over the perks of the weapon I'm using with her. And I'm using the ground pounder. You can use any other weapon you want. I'm just going to be showing you the perks of the ground pounder in case you wanted to know. So I put a crit build on this, which means 1 crit rating and 1 crit damage. So for his first one, I put a crit rating. You can put the crit damage up here. Just make sure you have 1 of each and not 2 crit damages or 2 crit ratings. And then for the second perk, we got reload speed, because it's kind of slow, so you're gonna need this. And then for the element, we got energy, fire, nature, physical, or water. And fire is good against nature enemies, nature is good against water enemies, and water is good against fire enemies. And then energy is good against any element of enemy, except it has a 25% damage reduction against elemental enemies. So it'll be running at 75% damage the whole time instead of like 100% for fire against nature. But I just went with energy because it's all around pretty good with taking out any elemental enemy. Or you could go with physical, and enemies that are always physical are blasters, takers, lobbers, flingers, sploders, and pitchers. They are always physical, so if you're mainly going against them, choose physical. Or if there's just like physical storm, there's no element, then you could go with physical, but I'm just going with energy. And then for this next one, we got crit damage, and as I said before, 1 of each, and don't put like 2 crit damages or 2 crit ratings. And then for this 5th perk, we got damage to afflicted targets, damage to missed monsters and bosses, damage to slowed and snared targets, or damage to stunned, staggered, frozen, or knocked down targets. And you're going to choose this based on your final perk, and mine is causes affliction damage for 6 seconds. So if you have this one, then choose damage to afflicted targets. But if you have a final perk that causes the enemy to be slowed and snared, then choose damage to slowed and snared targets. But if you have any other final perk, then just recycle your ground pounder and try to get a better one with a final perk with causes affliction or causes enemy to be slowed and snared. But anyway, now for the hero loadout. For the team perk, I'm using Happy Holidays, which reduces your ability cooldowns by 40% and stacks independently from other cooldown reduction perks, and requires 3 heroes with 2 or more stars. Then we got for the support team Impossibility Matrix from Old Glory AC. And what he does is spinning a charge fragment reduces Teddy and Shockwave cooldowns by an additional 10%. Bear With Me from Jingle Jess or Enforcer Grizzly, and they both do the same thing, which is increases Teddy duration by 4 seconds. Under Warranty from Jilly Teacup, Teddy has a 100% crit chance against new targets and has a 5% chance to malfunction, and during malfunction, Teddy finds a new target after every shot. And then we got Berserker from Trailblazer Quinn, Trailblazer AC, or Trailblazer Jess, and they all do the same thing, which is increases Teddy damage by 30%. And then we got Ghoulish Cackle from Willow, increases ability damage up to 37.5% based on the percentage of your missing health. And anyway, the gameplay you're seeing in the background is a power level 132 eliminate and collect mission. I was joined with 1 other player. But anyway, first let's go over her abilities, and the first one is Phase Shift, and this is pretty good because wherever you phase shift, you could like get into the battle if you need to get closer, or it's just pretty good for mobility, or also getting out of the battle if like there's too many enemies piling onto you, you could just do a Phase Shift and you're out of there. And then she's also got Shock Tower, which isn't really that good on damage, apart from like the Husk or the Husklings. It does a little bit of damage to them, but not really too much to be an impact. But what's really good is it stuns enemies, so this is really good for like blasters, since you could put it right down next to it and it'll start zapping it, and then it'll stun it, so it won't be lasering you until it actually stops being stunned, so you will have time to take it out before it starts lasering you. And then she's got Teddy, which is the main part of this ability. So what she does with the Teddy is basically she makes it so you have infinite Teddy. So you get a charge fragment every 13 eliminations, and if you use your abilities and your gun good, then you're going to be getting 13 eliminations every time you have the chance to put down Teddy. So what this means is, with the impossibility matrix where you have a decreased cooldown with the charge fragment, that means that you will actually have a 3-second cooldown whenever Teddy disappears. So you place him down and then he starts shooting, and he also got the extra 4 seconds from Jingle Jess or Enforcer Grizzly, whichever one you have. So you'll have extra time on your Teddy and a decreased cooldown, so that means you'll only have a cooldown of 3 seconds, which is really good because you could practically always have your Teddy down. And Teddy, with the extra damage from Willow and Jelly Teacup and Trailblazer, Quinn, Jess, or AC, you'll just be doing a ton of extra damage. So yeah, I'd say Fragment Flurry Jess, she is good if you have the right hero loadout, but if you don't have the main parts, I would say are Happy Holidays, Impossibility Matrix, and Jingle Jess or Enforcer Grizzly. If you don't have those, then it won't be the best loadout, but it'll still be pretty good. So yeah, just make sure you get all those heroes, and it'll make Fragment Flurry Jess pretty good. But anyway guys, if you enjoyed, make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications, because I do these review videos where I review everything in Fortnite Save the World 3 times a day. And also like, comment, and share so that more people can see my videos. But anyway guys, I'll see you next time.